Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday Chronicle here on Scariff Bay Community Radio, broadcasting on 88.3 FM and on the World Wide Web on www.scariffbayradio.com. And with thanks to our sponsors, James M. Nash and Co. and Derg Kitchens. So I'm here in the studio this morning without my usual co-host, Tom Hanley, who's taken a well-deserved break in Dublin, and I hope you're having a great time, Tom. And I'm joined instead by our chief, I think, really, I can call you Jim Collins, who's working with me this morning. Great to have you with me.
Good morning, Patricia. Tom, really, he deserves that week. Let's hope he's having tea and toast in bed this morning.
Certainly, Jim. And we can just, here we are ourselves, and another grey old morning, but sure, hopefully the clouds will rise and we'll have a lovely weekend.
It's been very mild though, Patricia.
It has.
You know, it hasn't been cold on the last week, but
persistent miserly rain, Jim, yesterday just stopped me. I couldn't face it for the walk, I'm afraid. So
I know, yeah. Well, hopefully, anyway, unless this, of course, the Met Éireann has been talking about the beast from the east or whatever vortex has been in train recently.
Well, hopefully it's going to pass us by and we'll be able to enjoy the rest of the nice opening of spring, seeing everything coming up, all the daffodils are coming up in my garden.
They are. I saw them this week now. They're just beginning to appear, and the snowdrops. Sure,
they're beautiful this time of year. Really lovely.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're in springing and sprung this morning. So,
we're springing around the studio this morning, Patricia.
Well, we certainly are.
Yes.
So, well, we start off with the news headlines, Jim.
Okay, so I'll make a start, and you can continue on.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to Scariff Bay Community Radio News Headlines on the weekend of the 18th and 19th of February 2023. Tulla will be hosting a fundraising fashion show at 7:30pm tonight, Saturday, in St. Joseph's Secondary School Hall. They are raising funds for a state-of-the-art AstroTurf facility at St. McCullough's National School. Tickets are €30 and available from some of the local shops. So check out their I Donate page if you wish to support them. So if you can't go this evening, you can do that. It promises to be a great night's entertainment and they would really welcome your support. Are you a fan of fashion nights or fashion shows? Patricia?
I certainly am, Jim. Love them. And I was just admiring, talking of fashion, I was just admiring the lovely outfits and so on that Mary Kennedy was wearing on the programme that she did on the ageing process this week.
Yes.
She looked like an advertisement for
good ageing.
Good ageing, so
good stuff. Okay, the Ogonnelloe National School Parents Association are having a Cash for Clobber collection on this Sunday, tomorrow the 19th. Items that can be donated include good quality clothing, paired shoes, hats, scarves, belts and handbags. Please bring the bags into a shelter any time on Sunday. It's a large fundraiser for the school and they're grateful for all donations. Scariff Library Gallery is delighted to present Interwoven, a visual celebration of our connection with the Irish Boglands. It's taking place up to the 16th of March in the library in Scariff. It includes painting, sculpture, photography, video and text and involves lots of local artists. And I was at the launch the other night and it's really fabulous, very interesting and, you know, everybody really should go to see it.
And our own Owen O'Hagan, I believe, has some beautiful pieces in it, Jim.
He has photos and a video and Ruth is involved in his wife and also Ian Kelly and Natalie Elbaba. It's really nice now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd love to go to that.
Yeah, and it's there until the 16th of March. Sean-Nós dancing with the talented Stephanie Keane is taking place every Monday in the GA Hall in Scariff for children from 6:30 to 7:30 and from adults from 7:30 to 8:30. It's a mixed class, everyone was welcome, no experience necessary, and you can visit Stephanie Keane's Facebook page for details. Scariff Library presents Jim O'Brien on Social Farming Ireland. Chat with Jim and listen to him read some excerpts from his book, Matters of Great Indifference, Reflections on Modern Rural Living. Also find out what social farming is about on Tuesday, February 21st at 11 a.m. It's a free event and all are welcome. Scariff Library will host a free screening of the film Sammy, a Pine Marten Story next Thursday the 23rd from 6:30pm to 8pm. There'll be a question and answer afterwards with guest speakers Tony Whelan, Kevin Heaps and Bev Truss. Contact the library for more details. A home fire safety check is available for older people and those living alone. Firefighters from your local fire brigade will call to the house and will give fire safety advice and install smoke detectors when required. Just email firesafety@clarecoco.ie. East Clare Community Co-op in Scariff are hosting kids yoga for 4 to 8-year-olds. It's a 5-week term starting next Tuesday the 21st from 3 to 3:30. It costs €30 per child. If you're interested, call Gabriella at the Co-op. Kilkishen National School Parents Association Committee are holding their annual Cash for Clobber clothes collection on Monday the 20th to Thursday the 23rd of February. Clothes can be dropped to the GA Clubhouse in Kilkishen from 7 to 8:30pm each evening. The usual items like clean clothes, shoes, belts and handbags are acceptable and your support will be very welcome. The Killaloe Library Book Club has chosen Violetta by Isabel Allende for its next meeting on Thursday the 23rd of February from 10:30am to 11:30. Copies of the book are available at the desk. Bodyke National School Parents Association are having their annual fun 5k or 10k walk or run on Sunday the 26th starting at 11:30am at the Cobbler's Rest. Registration is at 11. Everyone is welcome. Children must be accompanied at all times and bikes aren't allowed. All support would be greatly appreciated. East Clare Musical Society are hosting a bake sale and raffle on Saturday the 25th of February from 11 to 1 in the Scariff Town Centre at the Market House. They're looking for support as they endeavour to raise funds for their upcoming spectacular production of the musical Sister Act in April. And by all accounts, Patricia, that's something to look forward to.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it indeed, Jim.
Yeah,
Very good.
It's been, there's some great, and they've been rehearsing for quite some time, so it's
I still remember the terrific production of Oliver that they had a few years ago.
Yes.
It was really good.
Yeah, they have had brilliant shows over the years. Now, Bodyke GA Club will be holding a fundraiser poker classic on Friday the 24th of February at the Cobbler's Rest Bar in Bodyke at 9:30pm sharp. Tickets are €20 and there are great spot prizes and refreshments on the night, so it promises to be a great night for everyone. Irish Seed Savers in Scariff will be holding their annual community seed share on Saturday 25th of February from 12 noon to 4. Bring any spare seeds you have to share with other growers. It's a ticket event and they're urging people to purchase the tickets in advance via eventbrite.ie. And finally for me, we in Scariff Bay Community Radio are hosting a fundraising quiz night on Friday the 3rd of March at 9pm sharp in McNamara's Bar, Scariff. The table of 4 people will cost €20 and there'll be finger food and a raffle on the night. So plenty of time now to organise your friends to join you for this fun night out while supporting your local radio station. So,
Hot competition that night, Jim.
Yes, indeed. We're looking forward to it.
Oh, surely. So, this February, Enable Ireland launched its Spring Clean campaign for 2023. The national charity for people with disabilities is encouraging the public to show their once loved items one last act of love and donate them instead of discarding them. The charity can take donations in multiple ways. Visit enableireland.ie/donation banks for further information. Crochnaguicha presents PJ Murray and Seamus Shannon in concert on Saturday the 4th of March at 8pm. Tickets are €15 and they're available on www.eventbrite.ie or from Crochnaguicha. Limited tickets may be available on the door. Fecal Hurling Club are running their annual Last Man Standing competition. First round fixtures will begin on March the 4th. Regular updates will be posted on Facebook or Instagram. See Fecal GAA social media pages or contact any member of the senior team to buy a ticket. All support would be welcome. Tulla Library are hosting a fun, interactive storytime event for preschool children with storyteller Ruth Marshall on next Wednesday, the 22nd at 10:30 a.m. Contact the library for details. That'll be a great session, Jim. Ruth is such a good storyteller.
Yes, absolutely. Great stuff.
The Writers' Moon Writing Group will be holding their next meeting on Tuesday, the 7th of March, from 6 to 8 in the Scariff Library. The local writers meet the first Tuesday of every month. New members are very welcome. Contact Roisin Bugler or Carol McNamara for more information and follow them on Facebook for updates. So that's the Writers' Moon Writing Group. Fecal Killanena Camogie Club are holding a 5k or a 10k fun run or walk-in in aid of their Players Development Fund on Sunday the 5th of March. Registration begins at 11:30 a.m. in Shorts Bar and the run will start at 12 noon. All are encouraged to participate in this fun event. A new survey which was carried out by the Retirement Planning Council of Ireland has revealed that 1/3 of people approaching retirement are concerned about how they will spend their time after retiring. The majority of respondents, 57%, were under the age of 64. Inishcaltra National School, Mount Shannon, are selling scratch card tickets based on the lucky first try of the Six Nations Championship, when Ireland take on England on the 18th of March. If your card matches the time of the first try scored, you can win the €500 prize money. Tickets can be bought at the school or online at gofundme.com/Inish-Caltra-NS for this novel fundraiser. Following the recent devastating earthquake in Turkey and Syria, with the death toll currently over 41,000 people, I think it's actually 45,000 this morning, and mounting, the Diocese of Killaloe are asking parishes to hold a second collection at Masses to help with the earthquake appeal. Therefore, there will be a special collection at all Masses next weekend, the 25th and 26th. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Those are the news headlines for today. Tune in to the main news when we will have an update on these stories and some music. The news headlines are compiled by Ursula Hogan and read by Jim Collins and myself, Patricia Anne Moore. Thank you for listening.
Thanks very much, Patricia. Next item up this morning is East Clare Garda Focus, and we should have Garda Darren McLaughlin on the line. Good morning, Darren. No, bit of communication. Good morning, Darren.
How are you? How's things?
Very well, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you fine now. Can hear you fine.
Okay.
Good morning, Darren. How are you?
A little press of a button can work wonders, Darren.
Always helps.
Listen, how are things this morning in Garda World?
Oh, Garda World is great this week anyway.
Yes, good.
Garda World has had no crimes committed in the area over the week, so there hasn't been, which is a good start for any week for us. There's been no crimes reported to us over the week anyway, so we're happy enough with that.
Yes. Okay. So, is there anything else that the Gardaí are anxious to mention, or any?
Well, the same again. I'm just trying to look up here. I'm a small bit behind here. I know the phone scammers are back again, so they are basically.
Yes.
A new one, just to make you aware of. I'm just opening the email here now. A few people in Shannon have got caught out with this one. Just 1 second after if the email opens, we get it. Yeah. Valentine's Day it was on, even better.
Yes. Okay.
You know,
and
I wasn't looking for Valentine's. I'll read it out to you, okay? Just as in, Gardaí are aware of a current email-based scam where individuals receive correspondence claimed to be from a bailiff service. So that's a new one now. I haven't heard of bailiff service before.
Yes.
The correspondence states that an outstanding debt payment is due to the bailiff service, and that failure to do so will result in the bailiff service attending the person's home to inventory their valuables. Is basically come and take money, say your television, to the worth of whatever.
Yes.
if you owed 500, we'll take 500 euro worth. The email will ask the individual to deposit a sum of money to their banking details provided. And what are people doing? Giving them their bank details.
Yes.
So, again, I suppose to remind you that don't respond to any unsolicited emails from anyone. The banks tell you this. Everyone tells you this. Don't ever click on the links. We keep saying this, but people unfortunately still do. If you believe the emails are from a genuine source, verify it independently. Okay, and basically, I suppose the main thing is just think. If you don't owe money to anyone, don't be clicking on anything, because it's just, you'll come up with new ones the whole time, and same thing as if they catch one or two out, isn't it? It's a good day's work, you know. They've earned more than you or I will in the day.
And sometimes the emails look really as if they are from
extremely.
a genuine source, don't they, Darren? I know I got one from the HSE a couple of weeks ago, and I was on the point of, unfortunately, pressing the button when I realised, you know, that the HSE wouldn't be looking for payment from me for anything. So thank goodness I realised that in time and stopped myself.
Yeah, exactly. And the nature sometimes is that, especially like the HSE, oh geez, was he in casualty there last year, didn't pay a bill or something like that. And you might just click, because that's all they're counting on that. But someone might just be not tuned in for 2 minutes. You could be in a rush and you go, I'll click on this, and your next thing, they've access to your account, and sure they clean it out.
And I suppose a lot of people, you know, genuinely do owe money in one form
of course,
or another.
That's it.
And suddenly you equate this call with the debt that you do owe, and you panic.
The HSE would be a good example, because we've all, unfortunately, especially with kids and that, we've all been to hospital over the last year or two with a casualty or something. You know, and you might, as you say, you might just catch your ears, you might just click, oh geez, yeah, I must check that, I thought I paid that, and you click it, and for next thing, you're inviting someone from God knows where into your account to do what they wish with it. So just, as I said, just don't. You can't anymore. Like, you know, anything unsolicited, anything like that at all. You know, the banks tell you, everyone tells you not to. So just don't. If it's genuine, they'll be back in contact with you again anyway.
Yes.
You know, do you know what I mean? They're not going to be coming. But the bailiff is a new one. But as I said, people are getting caught out with that now as well. Like, because you see, a lot of people are in debt.
Yeah, and I mean, when you hear the word bailiff, you get a fright.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing I suppose more than anything else is, which is around the embarrassment of it. You don't want your neighbour seeing all these people come into a house, and you might go, oh, Jesus, I better just, you know, I click on this to see what it is or whatever. And that's what they prey on. Like, they prey on your kind of insecurity too, of, you know, they know what to target. Like, you don't want the neighbours seeing all these people come into your house. You'd nearly just click on it to see what it's about, like, because unfortunately the way the country is, a lot of us are in debt at the minute.
And if you are caught out, Darren, you know, from a Garda point of view, what are the steps involved? Is there any chance at all of getting it back, or how does it work? Credit cards, yes. If the bank can stop it in time, they get it back. But I know a lot of people who haven't got it back. Yes, unfortunately.
And I mean, and the problem is, like, these are coming through. Could be offshore accounts out, and, you know, God knows where. Like, we can only police what's in Ireland, maybe Europe, but it's like, they know where to. I suppose fish is the best. That's what it's called, fishing, I suppose. You know, they know where to go to get them. Like, they're normally outside the country, like, and we're kind of helpless to do it. Like, as again, always report them, and report to your bank straight away. First, I go to the bank before I go to the guards. Like, report to the bank straight away to get stopped, and then go straight away to the guards afterwards. But if you leave it for a week or two, I mean, sure, you know, it's gone at that stage.
I noticed the banks
are report it immediately.
I noticed the banks are pretty assiduous. You know, certainly the banks I use are, you know, onto you straight away if they see something that they think, you know, were you buying petrol in Mexico recently, or, you know, whatever.
Yes. I spent lots of 1 cent in America over the last year that I've never been to the States, but they contact me straight away with it. You know, do you recognise this payment? You know, but even then I'd be half wary because of everything that's going on. Is it genuine or not? But as in, the banks will contact you, and, like, they'll get it back to you straight away if they can. Like, because a lot of them can do it within 24 hours. They can get it back. No.
Yeah,
you know,
and I think it's a brilliant.
I know people in Scariff who have got caught and got it back because it's gone there straight away. But it's more or less like, as in, I know your credit cards are kind of more, they're nearly safer. Like, there's, you know, if you're shopping online and that's, I always try and use the credit card.
Rather than a debit card.
More of a comeback with the credit card than the debit. Although I suppose you're getting yourself in debt using it as well, I suppose, the other side of it, but it seems to be a bit safer.
And they have a great system
but
now
it's-
in the banks where they can actually freeze, even if you just lose your card or
Yeah.
whatever, they can actually
Oh,
you can
100%,
freeze
yeah.
your card,
You can
and
do.
then if you find it,
Yeah.
you're you're good to go again. You can unfreeze it with them. So they're doing their best to help us, I suppose.
It's better to do that than be worrying about it for the night or whatever, and then
Oh, yeah.
realizing you should have done it. Like just do it and get it done. Because again, anything unsolicited, look at this is the world we're in. Just ignore it. That's what I do. That's what I do myself. I ignore it. I go, geez, no, I've not. And like the banks are good. They'll contact you through. They have their own means of contacting you, so you'd be safe enough. But just be wary, because again, we'll talk about this next week with something new. It's something new every week.
For sure, yeah.
So just kind of be more switched on, I suppose, is the best way of saying it. And like that, like if you're like the bailiffs aren't going to be contacting you like that. Do you know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
Unsolicited emails and that, they're not like, so just be wary of it. And
one thing I'd like to ask you about, Darren, is if you're thinking of setting up like a neighbourhood watch or community alert scheme in your area, how would you go about it?
Well, we actually here we actually have them all. We have every area has one.
Mm-hmm.
See, you don't. We're kind of like, I know Flagmount has one. There's one in Scariff. They seem to be covered. We seem to be covered this side with them. Like, but again, the first thing I do is I'd actually come in and have a meeting with the guards that what are your actual worries and all that, and then you go through it then, because there's no point in setting up a community alert for, we'll say, one little estate and then someone else setting up. You want to kind of amalgamate all these and have them all under the same umbrella.
Sure, yeah.
So you do. But the best thing to do is, if you were like that, you could say, I want to set up one. So I'd say Riverview. I'll pick it out of the top of my head there, and we go, but that's already covered. And then you realise, it already is. So the best thing to do is if you contact us and what are your concerns, and we could go from there. So if there is an area that isn't covered, but I know that like Mount Shannon has one, with one at Whitegate, there's one on Flagmount, Drumondora side as well. So they do seem to be covered at the minute. I know there's Broadford as well, and Killaloo have one as well. Like, so the areas are covered. But again, if you had any concerns, the best thing to do is just come in and have a chat with us first of all, and we could tell you what you might need to know, or what you mightn't need to know with it. Because genuinely, at this stage, I think this side of it, pretty much everywhere is covered.
Oh.
And it's all, the focus is on community policing more and more now, because that's just the way things have gone.
Yes, of course,
Well,
that's great to know.
To be out there.
Great to know that we are so well covered, and
well, I think you're all covered, unless there's a little area, some little principality there that we don't know of.
I know. Okay, Darren, listen, that's great advice today, and hopefully it's one or two people will hear it who will get a call.
Who might get one, yeah. Just don't, as I say, that's all.
Perfect. Okay.
And best luck for the rest of the weekend, guys.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Take care.
Darren
Bye-bye.
McLaughlin, thank you very much for joining us today.
Bye-bye.